welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. Welcome to Transfer Hub, your home of Aston Villa's transfer rumours, news, you name it. You'll find it here over the course of the summer, pre-season, etc. I've come here a bit earlier than expected, but the news is building. It seems like it's happening, and it feels like we're going to be getting to the point of Aston Villa signing Ross Barkley. Aston Villa closing on deal to sign Ross Barkley from Luton. This is coming from The Guardian, and I'd love to know what you guys think of this, but for me, I am all for it. And the one thing that I'm going to mention across the course of the summer is that if Unai Emery feels fit for any player to come to Aston Villa, then who am I to question his judgment on any player coming to Aston Villa? Ross Barkley is a player that Aston Villa have had. We had him under Dean Smith, where he started the season really well. It tailed off, it petered out. But Ross Barkley for Luton this season has been absolutely outstanding. And I can see key attributes in why Unai Emery wants to bring Ross Barkley to Aston Villa. So we'll show you the source of where it's coming from. It's coming from The Guardian. Aston Villa closing in on a deal to re-sign Ross Barkley on a permanent basis 4 years after the midfielder joined on loan from Chelsea. Villa want to strengthen their squad for their first season in the Champions League or European Cup since 1982-83. The 30-year-old, capped by England 33 times, excelled for Luton after joining on a free transfer following the spell at Liga with Nice. Luton, who have been relegated, never disclosed the length of Barkley's contract, but it is thought to run into next season. Last month, Barkley said, "I want to play in the Premier League and I want to play in Europe again. I feel like for the next 3 years, maybe, I'll still be in my prime years." So those are Barkley's words. That's where the source is coming from as well. And I just think he's had a great season. I've seen some key attributes that I think, and they're the reasoning why I think Aston Villa might be targeting Barkley. Number one, doesn't lose the ball. I think he's very, very good with the ball. He's very, very good under pressure. And he's just one of those players that just don't give the ball away. He looks after the ball. And I think at times that would suit a Villa midfield. And I also think that he would give great depth to our squad as well. I think he presses really well. And I think he's just had a real good season in a poor Luton team. And he's been the player that has stood out. And he's been the player that has sort of puffed his chest out. He's got goals. He's got assists this season. And I think it would be a savvy signing from Aston Villa. I think he could do a job in our midfield. I could see him on that sort of Dougie side of things. And first rumour of the summer, and this one is getting some traction. It's getting some speed. It looks like it's happening. So, in general Up the Villa podcast transfer hub fashion, we're going to go to our friends over at SofaScore. We're going to have a little look at Ross Barkley's stats. So 30 years of age, his key strengths come in his high pressing, playmaking, long balls, and he has no outstanding weaknesses. Creativity, we have a rating of 75, attacking 70, and technical 79. You know the score. You know the score that I am looking for. Any player above a 7 has the Luke Robinson seal of approval when we are talking about players coming to Aston Villa. That's the go-to. SofaScore have added the little green icon as well. They know what the score's all about as well. So we can see from his heat map this season, he's been absolutely everywhere for Luton. He's played 32 games, started 30, averaged 82 minutes per game. He's been in Team of the Week once. We've got 5 goals. We've got 4 assists. His accuracy per game is brilliant as well. So accuracy per game is at 85%. In his own half, he's at 89%. We've got accuracy in the opposition half at 78%. Accuracy of long ball, 60%. Accuracy of chipped passes, 51%. So all of those numbers I imagine in a high-intensity environment where he's having the life pressed out of him from the opposition, he's being able to keep that ball, retrieve that ball, recycle that ball, and keep it moving at the same time. Defending, we've got 0.8 interceptions per game, 1.5 tackles per game, ball recoveries per game. Sensational numbers here. 6.3 ball recoveries per game. Dribbles passed per game, 1.2. Clearances per game, 1.5. Successful dribbles, 66%. Total duels won, 51%. Ground duels won, 50%. Aerial duels, 56%. These numbers are really, really good. And they are really, really high. You know, this is a Premier League player with experience that could be coming into Aston Villa for a minimal fee. Wage is okay. I think it's a no-brainer from a Villa point of view. And if Unai Emery is all over this, then I'm all over it as well. We're talking squad player here to start with a view to try and break into that first team. And I think it would be the start of a very, very savvy signing from Aston Villa. So I'm all for it. If Unai's for it, I'm for it. So Villa fans, let me know your thoughts. Short, sharp, sweet transfer hub reacting to Ross Barkley, potentially to Aston Villa. Up the Villa.